What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video review with Homes in 5, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Corsair Strafe RGB Cherry MX Silent Mechanical Gaming Keyboard. Now, there's two words in that sentence that you're probably wondering why they're together. Mechanical and silent. Now, it is actually possible for a mechanical keyboard to be silent, and Corsair have done an awesome job at making a piece of hardware that executes this flawlessly. I've had this in my possession for about 2 months, the same as the other hardware that I've been using, and we've got one more review after this to take a look at, which is the Void RGB 7.1 wireless headset. But for now, we're going to take a look at this keyboard and find out just how good the Cherry MX silent keys are and what kind of demographic will reap the benefits of this the most. As with all the other USB hardware that I'm reviewing for Corsair, this keyboard is an RGB piece of hardware. Every single key on the keyboard is customizable to any color that you can imagine and syncs up perfectly with all the other hardware if you're using the Corsair software that you can get in the description below. On that note as well, if you do take a look down in the description, there's a link to the Corsair community page where you can download custom-made profiles for the keyboard. These different profiles allow you to kind of set the keyboard up with your own custom-made lighting effects with things like Star Wars backgrounds, lightning coursing through the keyboard as you're typing it, rainbow swirls, a whole bunch of different ideas that people have created and put a great deal of effort into. All you need to download these is the actual software and a user account to log into Corsair's community page and install them as a downloadable package, which is just click and drag straight into the actual user interface. If you find that the RGB settings on the keyboard are too bright, or even if the settings on your keyboard are too distracting, you can actually turn the lighting down to a lower setting or off entirely with the button on the top right of the keyboard. There are 3 different lighting settings you can choose for levels of brightness, and the 4th is to turn off that lighting setting completely. Up in the top right as well, we can also see a Windows key option to remove the option of pressing the Windows key whilst you're playing any PC games and accidentally closing that window. With the lighting on the keyboard bringing a great deal of attention to the actual keys in themselves, that is the next thing that we're going to talk about in this video. Now, the Strafe RGB features Cherry MX silent switches, which are much quieter in comparison to some of the other Cherry switches you might be familiar with. In this video today, we're going to be using Cherry MX browns just so you can hear the difference in sound and response when you're actually pressing those keys. Let's take a look at them now. While the silent switches on the Strafe RGB might not be the most important feature for those of you looking to maybe upgrade their mechanical keyboard, if you happen to create content on YouTube or Twitch, or if you just like a keyboard that's a lot quieter during audio calls on your computer, this is definitely something you'll reap the benefits from. Another great feature surrounding the keyboard on the Strafe RGB is the custom keycaps that you can use around your WASD keys. The keys provided in the box allow you to configure between FPS and mobile layouts. If you're looking to dip into a different kind of game genre, or if you're just generally new to PC gaming, this is a great addition to the keyboard as you don't have to look at the keys as you're playing. All of the custom keycaps are textured, so when you are playing, you can differentiate between the keys you haven't and the keys that you have customized. Another great feature about the Strafe RGB is the removable palm rest that attaches to the bottom of the keyboard. Now, this palm rest comes with a rubberized finish, so when you are playing any kind of games, or even just using your PC in general, you can play with a relaxed posture, so your hands don't slide away from the keyboard as you're using it. Moving around to the back of the keyboard, we also have the addition of an extra USB port. Now, this USB port is not capable of being used with just one connection from the keyboard to your tower, and is actually instead a pass-through USB. While this means that you're using 2 USB ports on your tower, it moves that port to your desk or in front of you instead, and is incredibly handy if you're using it to charge your mobile devices or any portable devices, as well as even using it for USB storage and transferring data between your tower to your USB. The Strafe RGB features a plastic frame as opposed to other keyboards on the market coming with a semi-metal or a full metal frame. Arguably, this changes the durability or the overall build quality of the keyboard, but unless you're going to be using the Strafe for travel to LANs or out and about outside of the house, the build of the frame and the materials used really doesn't change the overall quality and the longevity of your hardware. While the keys on the Strafe RGB are incredibly quiet as well as responsive, my only gripe that I had with the hardware out of the box was that the keys felt like I had to almost break them in or start to give them some wear before they were as responsive as I want them to be. During the first week of use, I did find that I had to press a little bit harder on the keys or even press directly from above the key to get them to respond correctly, With this being said, it is the way the keyboard is manufactured, and over that week I did find all the keys were broken in sufficiently enough to be able to play with a relaxed hand, as opposed to making that extra effort to press the keys properly. Overall, Corsair have done a great job at manufacturing a customizable and vibrant keyboard with some awesome lighting options, as well as the Cherry MX silent keys being a great feature that caters to anybody looking to create content on YouTube and Twitch. If you're looking to pick up your own unit for the Strafe RGB Cherry MX Silent, feel free to take a look at the link down in the description for Enwave Australia, with the keyboard currently going for $179 Australian. If you're looking for any more information about the keyboard that I might not have covered in this review, if you have any questions or any feedback about today's video, feel free to put a comment down below this video or reach out to me on my Facebook page and my Twitter pages available in the description below. I hope you guys have liked this video review, and if you have, feel free to drop a subscription down below on the channel, or even just drop a like to say that you've liked this and you want to see some more. I've done 2 other videos for Corsair so far with the MM200 mousepad as well as the Saber RGB gaming mouse. This is the 3rd, and I've got 1 more coming up for the Void RGB 7.1 wireless headset, so stay tuned for more of that, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, bye bye!